Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time, and I'm here for yet another frequently asked question. And by the way, for those of you who are new, I have a whole playlist just full of frequently asked questions. So if you have a question, check that playlist that I will link in the description box down below. I may have already answered it, and if I haven't, go ahead and ask it in the comment section down below, and I will likely do a video on it. So what I have going on here today is I need to strain out another batch of my infused oil that I use to make the skin cream that I use both for myself and also sell on our Etsy store, which is also linked in the description box. And as you can see, this is what it typically will look like when I first start infusing it. You can see all the bright colors in there. And then once it has become well infused, the colors, the herbs all start to look kind of the same in there. You can still make out some calendula and rose petals, but for the most part, they mostly look green. So I have to strain this out because I need to get another batch of skin cream made, and I'm almost out of the last batch I strained out. And so a question I get a lot on the infused oil is about the herbs themselves after I strain them out. So let me get this started. So I like to use a mesh strainer, and this is stainless steel. These are actually pretty inexpensive to purchase, a set of 3, and I use them a lot. And I'll link to a set down below. And then I just pour that put it over a measuring cup and pour it in like that. You can also use cloth, but when I'm talking about oils, I prefer to stay away from having to use cloth that then is going to be full of grease, and then I gotta, use dish soap to really get that grease out before I even throw it in the wash. So I just dump it in there like that and let it sit and strain. And I will dump more in there as that strains out some more. I also like to take a little silicone spatula here and press down on those herbs to really strain it out well, so I get all that precious oil out of there. So the question is, what do I do with all these herbs once I have them strained out? Well, what I do with them is I turn them into fire starters. In my personal opinion, that's going to be the best choice. However, all of the herbs in this particular blend are edible. And I have tried this before, that you can take those herbs, since they're already going to have a lot of oil in them. If you like to do stir fries, then something you can do with those is throw that into stir fry. It's already going to have that oil. You might not even need to add any oil to the stir fry if you add these herbs in there. I did try it once out of curiosity, and it was good, but my problem is with this particular one is it has lavender flowers in it, and though I like the taste of lavender leaves, I do not care for the flavor of lavender flowers. I love lavender and use it in so many things, but I do not prefer to eat it. That is just my personal choice. But anything else in here has a very mild flavor, such as the marshmallow leaves and flowers, the calendula flowers, the rose petals, the red clover. It's all edible and good for you. And yes, you can find a way to use it in foods. But one thing to keep in mind, some people might ask, well, can I start another oil infusion with that? No, I would recommend you don't do that, because the whole idea of the infusion is that the infusions, whether it be, an alcohol or glycerin or honey and wine based extract, or an extract that's done with oil, during the infusion process, most of the nutrients and benefits that are in those herbs are already being pulled out of the herbs and into whatever solvent you are using. So there's not going to be a lot left in there. So this is another reason why I prefer to use it as a fire starter. They are excellent fire starters because they're already well soaked in oil, and oil we know is highly flammable. Now you can choose to add it to, like if you're using paraffin, like some old candles like we do when we make fire starters, you can mix these herbs in with the sawdust or wood shavings that you use to make your fire starters. I just simply leave them like that and just toss them in there, and it really gets a good roaring fire going. And again, yes, you can cook with them if you can find a good way that tastes good for you. And what I would like you to do, for those of you who already do oil infusion, what is it you choose to do with your expended herbs once you've strained them out to use for whatever it is you're making, whether it be some kind of healing salve, like the skin salve recipe I have out, or even the hair oil or the muscle rub oil. What do you like to do with your various herbs? So go ahead and share with us down below so that we can learn from you as well. And I hope this video plus the suggestions that I hope to see down below will give the rest of you some ideas of what you can do to make the most out of those herbs even after they've already been used for an infusion. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check out the rest of the FAQ series. Thanks for watching, take care, and God bless.